Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent Start, and welcome back to Season 2. Today, I want to talk about something that many people feel, but not everyone understands clearly: burnout. That feeling when you are tired, not just physically, but mentally. When you don't feel excited anymore. When even small tasks feel heavy. When things that used to motivate you don't feel the same anymore. I think burnout is very common, especially when you are busy, when you have responsibilities, when you are trying to do many things at the same time. At first, everything feels okay. You feel productive, you feel motivated, you have energy. But slowly, something changes. You start to feel tired more often. You lose focus more easily. You don't feel as interested as before. And sometimes, you don't even realize it immediately. It happens little by little. For example, maybe before you enjoyed studying. You felt curious. You wanted to learn. But now, you open your book and you just feel tired. Or maybe you had goals. You felt excited about your future. But now, thinking about it just makes you feel overwhelmed. And I think one of the hardest parts of burnout is this: you still have things to do, but you don't have the energy to do them. So you feel stuck. You want to move forward, but at the same time, you feel like you can't. And sometimes this creates frustration because you start asking yourself, why am I like this? Why can't I just focus? Why do I feel so tired all the time? And when you don't understand what's happening, you might blame yourself. But burnout is not about being lazy. It's not about not trying. In fact, sometimes burnout happens because you tried too much. You gave too much energy. You pushed yourself too hard. You didn't give yourself enough time to rest. And eventually, your mind and your body just say, I need a break. I felt this before too. There were times when I was very motivated. I wanted to do many things. I wanted to improve, to grow, to be better. But I didn't really stop. I didn't really rest. And after some time, I started to feel tired in a different way. Not just physically, but mentally. Even simple things felt difficult. Even things I used to enjoy didn't feel enjoyable anymore. And that's when I realized something was not right. I think one important thing to understand is that rest is not a waste of time. Sometimes we feel guilty when we rest. We think, I should be doing something. I'm wasting time. I'm not productive. But rest is part of being productive. Without rest, you cannot continue. And I think burnout is often a signal, not a failure, but a signal. A signal that something needs to change. Maybe your pace is too fast. Maybe your expectations are too high. Maybe you are putting too much pressure on yourself. And maybe you just need to slow down. Not stop completely, but slow down. Give yourself space. Give yourself time. I also think it's important to reconnect with simple things. Sometimes, when everything feels heavy, we forget the small things that used to make us feel okay. Like listening to music, taking a walk, talking to someone. These small moments can help you feel a little better. Not instantly, but slowly. And I think that's important because recovery is not immediate. You don't suddenly feel okay again. It takes time. But little by little, you start to feel your energy coming back. Your interest comes back. Your focus comes back. And maybe your motivation comes back too. But I also think motivation is not something we should always wait for. Sometimes, motivation comes after action, even if it's just a small action. You don't have to do everything. You don't have to be perfect. Just do something small, and that's enough. I think we often think we need to feel ready first, but sometimes we just need to begin. And slowly, things start to move again. I also want to say this. It's okay if you feel tired. It's okay if you lose motivation sometimes. It doesn't mean you are weak. It doesn't mean you are failing. It just means you are human. And being human means having limits. And respecting those limits is important. Because when you take care of yourself, you can continue. Anyway, that's just something I wanted to share today. If you've been feeling tired lately, mentally or emotionally, maybe you don't need to push harder. Maybe you just need to pause a little, breathe, rest, and then slowly come back. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope this episode feels comforting and real. And if you are going through burnout right now, just remember, you don't have to fix everything today. Just take it one step at a time. Thank you for listening to Fluent Start. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.